to another design tutorial. My name is Janice and today we are going to learn how to create a simple printable graphic to be placed into your Pinterest pin. So let's get started. So first of all, if you are new to Photoshop and you have already downloaded the app, make sure you double click on your app and it will bring you to this page right here and click Create New. Okay, so once you've done that, I think we'll keep it as a print, although this is basically a graphic for the web. So just keep it at print for now, and then maybe choose an A4 size landscape. We can always change the size later on and just keep it at 300 resolution. Just follow my instructions, although this is not print, but this is what I usually use to create my graphics. We can always change this later on. So keep the resolution high and we click create. Okay, so once you've got this, it will bring you up to a A4 landscape artboard. And what you are going to create really today is basically we are creating a printable graphic, not exactly like this one here. Okay, this is a Pinterest pin. So basically we're creating the graphics to put onto your Pinterest pin on something like that. So basically if you want to maybe create a pin for a free printable, you can say to click here to view my free printable or get my free printable, or you create a pin that that brings you to your product page where you sell your printable product. Okay, so today we are going to create not this one, but we are going to create a graphic of printable pages, and it will consist of pages like we're going to showcase the pages like this one and to put it into your pin. Okay, so let's do this. So once you've opened up your page already, I want you to bring in the images that you have created, which is this one. This will take the first 6 images. Okay, so make sure your graphics are ready, your images for your product pages are ready, and then you click 6 of them all together. And you can bring it one by one, but I suggest to follow my method, which will save you a lot of time. So once you've chosen your actual pages, bring it over just to drag it into your page and then click enter. So each time you click enter, another one will paste on top of the other. Okay, now because of that, you need to sort of like arrange it, arrange the layers. So basically I want my cover page to be at the front. So what I do is I arrange it and just drag it right at the top. Okay, and I just do this. So basically I'm just arranging, yeah, because it just pastes on top of one of the other, and I'm just arranging back to the actual order. So if you get what I mean. Okay, so what you next you do is to click the first layer, press shift on your keyboard and then click the last layer, and that will select all your layers. And then I want you to click Control T or Command T. Just do that again, Control T, Command T, and that will let you to scale down your graphics. And remember, when you scale it down, if you don't click shift, you know, your pictures are all over the place and it's quite distorted. So I'll just undo that again. So just make sure you click shift and then you scale it down. Okay, the size is good. And then make sure your selection tool, this is your selection tool, so just make sure this is selected, this tool is selected, and that allows you to move your layers about. Okay, so that's good. So that's the first one is the cover page, and now the second layer will be behind. and the third will be behind of this. So basically it's like that. Okay, it's behind of the second page, and then you do the same with the other three. Okay, all right. If you like the arrangement, you can go ahead and I'll just select all this. Remember to click shift to if you want to select more than one layer. Okay, so this, we are ready to go already, but I like it. I like to create a bit of an angle with the pages so it looks more lifelike. So I'll select the second layer and Control T, and then I'll just adjust, tilt it a bit, and click enter. And then we'll do with the third one as well, the third page, and so on and so forth. Okay, so Control T or Command T on your Mac. I'm using a PC, so whenever I say Control, you just replace that with a Command key. Okay, on your Mac. Just tilt it the other way. All right. So once that's done, next we're going to learn is your drop shadow, to put drop shadows on your images. How to do that is click on your first, we're going to do a drop shadow for the first page. So make sure your mouse is hovering over here, not here, because if you click here, it will actually bring out the actual image, and that allows you to do whatever changes that you need, but that's not what we want to do. So we want to bring up a separate panel. Okay, so make sure it's hover right to the side, click on the panel, click on the layer. Okay, double click it and this panel will come out. Okay, that's the layer style panel. Go to drop shadow, right, and you already see that this drop shadow has already activated on this image, and then you can adjust its opacity. Maybe I'll put to 40%, and maybe we'll bring it down a little bit. Okay, so depending on how you like it, I think that's pretty good. I like mine to be subtle. The reason being, I want my graphics to stand out. I don't want the drop shadow to stand out. So make your drop shadow as subtle as possible, but visible enough to know that it is a shadow. But you don't want to overdo it, because sometimes that drop shadow can overpower your graphic. So just keep that in mind. And once you've done that, click OK. And I want to add all the drop shadows on all of these pages. So instead of doing one by one like I've shown you, this is a shortcut. So what you do is make sure to hover your mouse, make sure this first layer is selected where the drop shadow is, and then hover your mouse over the side and right click and click copy layer style. And once you've done that, click on the second layer, click shift, and then click on the last layer to select everything, and then again on the side, hover your mouse on the right here and then right click and then paste layer style, and that will paste all your drop shadow on each individual layers or images. So it's very simple to do, right? It's so easy, and that will save you heaps and heaps of time. So next thing you want to do is to select everything. So click on your first layer and then scroll down, shift, and click on your last layer to select everything. Control T, and then you can maybe increase the size of your graphic if you want to. Okay, and you can do that. Okay, so we'll just put it in the middle right here, and you can we'll just check the image size, and to do that, click over to image size. It's a very good resolution. I like to keep my resolution high. We can always bring it down later. The reason being is there are times when you need the graphic to be printed if you want it to. Okay, but it's always nice to have a high resolution graphics always to keep as a backup in case you need it. So that's why I always keep my resolution at 300, although screen only needs about 72 dpi. I'll show you a way to bring your resolution down but still keep the quality of the image high. Okay, so okay, I just wanted to check the image size, and that's why just do nothing for now, just cancel it. All right, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to crop to its actual size. Okay, so maybe we'll increase a little bit more. All right, just keep it nice and high. I like good resolution images, and this is one way to create it. Okay, just position it properly. Okay, click your crop tool, and it gives you an option to scale it like this, or basically it's like a square, right? It's because this thing is selected, so you can actually put ratio. Okay, or if you want a free to just scale it freely without any ratio, you can just delete it or just clear it all, and then you can adjust to however size you like. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Once you're happy with it, or just click the tick arrow. Okay, and so the next thing we want to do is we want to basically save this graphic with a transparent background, but you cannot if the background is still white when you save as a PNG, which allows you to save transparent background, by the way. It will still save as a white background if you do not remove the white layer behind your graphics. So to do that, you either to switch off this eye to make it transparent, or you could just delete the background. I don't see any problem by deleting it, so I'll just delete the background, and that will give you the transparent background. So how you save for web so that your image is not too big and it's still to be at on the 72 dpi, and bring your resolution, your actual resolution down to maybe, I don't know, 1100 or 900. You can save multiple sizes if you like. So go to File, Export, then Save for Web. Okay, so basically when you're saving for web, it will automatically transform your image to a 72 dpi image. Okay, so that's the to just shorten, instead of mucking around and trying to go to image and bring it down to 72 dpi, basically to save your images for the web, this is the best way to do it. Okay, so the original size, if you do save as PNG, make sure I'm not sure what is it showing me like this. Oh, okay, it's showing me now. Okay, so make sure this not JPEG. Okay, JPEG will give you with a white background, even though it is a transparent background. So make sure you select PNG 24, because that will give you a better resolution. And click transparency, and that's all you need to know. And then maybe you want to bring it down to maybe 2000 pixels, are maybe it's a little bit too big. So let's say if you want to put it on your pin, you can maybe keep it at 1200. I think 1200 is a decent size, and it's still big enough, and the resolution still it still gives you a good resolution. Okay, and click save. Right, and just save whatever name that you want. I'll save it on my desktop, just replace the one I did previously. Okay, I think we've done. So let's check our image. If it's so this image that we created, right, remember this image size is 300 pixels. Okay, so just make sure you save your PSD file as a backup. So this is like your work file, so you can go back to change if you need to. I'll just save mine just replace this really. Okay, so we've done that. We'll get to the image where we have already done it. So I'll just double click it just to check my image. Everything looks really good. And then I'll just drag into your app. All right, just make sure you just put it point to the top. So this is the image that you have created. Okay, so you can see this is an image, but you can move things around. You can move it around and then click to image. So this is how I check if it's the size that I've created. Okay, so remember I created 1200 pixels wide, and you notice the resolution has been saved, has been brought down to 72. That's because we click the save to web option. All right, so okay, that's good. That's really good. Now, the next thing I want to teach you is to bring in your image to your Pinterest pin. Let's say we've created a PSD file, something like this, a pin for your for Pinterest, and you want to bring in the image that you have just created to bring it into this your work file. So just do the same thing again. Click on to your image and drag it into PSD, and you place your image in your Pinterest. So that's all that you have to do. It's very easy, and I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. If you do give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel.
If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and click the bell button. I'll see you next time.